my channel. I am Alicia Ying, your manifesting queen here at yestotheying.com, where success always starts by saying yes to you. And today's video, I am going to be doing an Oracle deck review so that you can decide which deck might be right for you so that you can use the guidance from them in order to manifest the fuck out of anything. Let's dive in. I'm going to be doing a couple of decks today, and the reason why I decided to do this was because Oracle decks and tarot decks are one of my favorite ways to be able to get guidance when I'm not really able to hear or tap into the universe and actually hear clearly what it wants me to do on my own. So they're just a really, really great vehicle to use, and I really like them. And sometimes they have more messages for me depending on which entity or guide or spirit is in each tarot deck. Now here's the caveat. A lot of the times when you go to, and I basically bought a bunch because Hayhouse was having a 50% off sale, so I kind of went a little crazy. I thought that this was a great opportunity to show you more in depth exactly what each deck was like. I know for me that only looking at the cover of the deck, for example, I get it, but I want to know more, especially if you're starting out with Oracle decks or with tarot card decks. It's really important to have some sort of attraction or a desire or like a connection to the deck. The more that you can feel good or you just feel super connected to it, or you're like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty, the easier it's going to be able to get the guidance that that specific deck is offering. And as you know from my business, there are multiple tools for multiple different circumstances, and that's the exact same thing with Oracle decks. That's why I love having a hoard of them, because depending on how I'm feeling, what's coming up for me or my clients, I will use a specific deck for specific guidance based on the specific stage of my journey that I'm at. Make sense? Okay, cool. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open each of these, and then I'll give you like a preview of what the cards actually look like, the vibe, the connection, and even read a little bit of a description of a card, just so that you can see what the guidebook is like too, and see if those words and the verbiage, the phrase, the artwork, and all that stuff resonates with you. If it does, then I will leave a link for these in the description below. And if not, then you can continue to find one that does. So, okay, let's go. Here are the decks that we're going to be reviewing today. The first deck that we're going to review is Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell, artwork by Danielle Noel. So as you can tell, it's like all those nice, really light pastel colors. There's an ethereal quality, and it says, "Are you ready to work your light?" So this is what this is an Oracle deck, right? This beautiful 44 Oracle card deck has been created to help you light up the world with your presence. To help you light up the world with your presence. By working with its 5 suits and connecting with your intuition, you will be able to start living a life in alignment with who you truly are. I think there's a reason why we're doing this one first. Confirmation cards give you a quick hint of instant guidance. Inquiry cards help you to tune into the whispers of your soul. Action cards guide you on what action to take. Activation cards invoke healing within you. Transmission cards connect you with supportive energies. Okay, so this is the first one. Let's dive in. So on first opening of it, this is really nice and matte and smooth with the gold, which I really like. And let's open these up. Okay. Ooh. Okay, see, this is why immediately I know that I'm supposed to have this. You are the Oracle. Like, that is so me, it hurts. Okay, and then the guidebook is right on top. Oh my god, these cards are so pretty. Oh, they're so me, this hurts. Okay. So the guidebook is on top. It explains how to use the Work Your Light Oracle deck. to deepen your relationship with your soul and the source of all things. So it contains 44 cards, etc., etc. And then you've got, oh, and so here's what's cool about the book before we even go into the cards. So I'm just like literally just going through. And so this one was Trust Your Path. It's the first one that I opened to, which is not by accident. But here what I like about it is that it's got the card and then it gives you a question. So I like that. I like how it's like it gives you an action step because you know I'm all about actions. So this says, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? All right, so let's undo these. All right, already I love this. So let's see, they've got a pretty thick, if you can tell, nice feel. They're pretty big. My hands are tiny. I love the artworks, the roses, the triangles, this, and then the imagery is super beautiful. So you've got the bottom of the card here. So the ever unfolding rose. Oh, and there's so much imagery here to pull from, right? The arched windows, these columns, the sand, the girl. So these are really in-depth for like, if you're a visual person, maybe you can, it's triggering like past timelines, different dimensions, different realms. Just say yes. Boy, am I resonating with these cards so much. Align your life. And look, this is all jagged. So again, what memories are coming up? Priestess, how are you called to lead? Let's just look that one up in the book. So this, it gives you a whole detailed description. And then how are you being called to step and lead? How can you be the leader you wish you had? The priestess is a teacher dedicated to service, freedom, and leadership. You don't need to have it all together to lead. In fact, it helps if you don't. No one wants a perfect angel who hasn't made any mistakes. Haha. Let your life be your message. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. It's by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. We realize that we're actually all in this thing called life together. So what I really like about this guidebook is that she's talking to you as if she's like your actual friend here instead of like this sacred oracle thing. So I really like these. I do want to give a nod to her too because I really like the introduction. So she tells you about welcoming you into this. You are the oracle. You can go in the direction. And then working with your light oracle. So it's explaining the cards in detail. And then doing readings for other people, how to be able to do that, working your light attunement, so what you need to do to really start to connect with the cards, and she gives you an actual prayer to do, which I really like. And then opening that soul space, and then different spreads that you can do. So that's what I really like too. So then she gives you like a step-by-step. So if you're a beginner, this is a really great way and an easy way to just follow the steps and be able to do accurate readings for yourself. The second deck is going to be another Rebecca Campbell, but this is the Starseed Oracle. Now, I honestly was not personally attracted to this the first time, but then it showed up again in my life, so then that universe really wanted me to have it, so I guess I'm a Starseed, which we can go into that later. But this deck is about activate your cosmic energy, come home to your soul. Have you always had a longing for home without really knowing what it meant? If so, you could be a starseed soul. This activating oracle will help you to unlock your soul gifts. Oh, okay, now I see where I got it. Connect with your cosmic origins and remember who you truly are. Okay, now I understand why the universe wanted me to get these. Okay, so that's deck number 2. Let's see what these look like and see if they're the same as her other ones. Of course, this is like, again, Rebecca Campbell with Noelle. So these actually open up this way, which is really cool. Love that. No, oh, there is something. Your heart is a portal. I don't know if you can see that. Your heart. I'm trying to get that. Anyway, it says your heart is a portal. I love that. And yeah, it says your heart is a portal. So that's a really clever box idea. And this, again, these are a bit more like a breath of like a calm ocean breeze. That's what I'm feeling. So these have a bit of the different artwork, but it's just a little bit softer than these, if you can tell, right? Like these are more soothing. So let's look at these. Look at the artwork. New Earth. Oh gosh, activated. All paths leave home. So again, it's kind of the same vibe, the same cardstock, pretty thick, great size. Again, so much in the imagery, that you can pull from. Gosh, that's powerful. Woo! So these are just really vibrant. I'm just feeling these really strong. If this is the kind of vibe and energy that you're picking up and that you want to work with, this is definitely two great decks. I mean, gosh, look at that. Need I say more, right? With the guidebook, it's the same thing. There's soul inquiry questions, the golden inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. And then she gives a description. And then, oh, here's what's cool. Oh, so you can actually use the box. So that's really fascinating. You can use the box to hold the card. Boy, is that useful or what? This is really quite much more of an in-depth and unique way of doing some oracle card readings for yourself or for others, but I am digging it. The next deck that we're going to be reviewing is Colette Baron Reid's Spirit Animal Oracle deck. Now, I'm a huge fan of Colette Baron Reid. If you haven't seen any of my Tarot Tuesdays up to this point, I pretty much almost always use the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, which is one of my favorite decks of all time. It's just whatever entity that she channeled for this deck is just super powerful. And as one of my favorite friends says, bitch don't lie. And it's so true. Although I did pull cards for myself last night and the Oracle was super sweet and gentle. And it was kind of what it was really what I really needed. So I appreciated that she wasn't super blunt. But this is Colette Baron Reid and this is her Spirit Animal Oracle deck. So let's dive in. The spirits residing in the natural world have much to share. So true. And the secrets of their forgotten language are now available to you. Ooh, they're going to speak to us through the Spirit Animal Oracle. I wonder if there's unicorns in here. Okay. They urge us to reclaim our essential truth. Oh my God, there is such a there is such a through line with all the reason why I chose these cards. Okay. That we are one with spirit, connected to every living thing on this earth in a unified consciousness. With the draw of a card, you can share in this wisdom and better navigate your life, move beyond the obstacles of your perceived limitations, and tune into your infinite potential. Yes. Represented in the 68 cards of this beautifully illustrated oracle card deck are the higher spirits of different animals, insects, fish, and birds. Every animal has a transcendent archetypal symbolism, a universal meaning holding a message of deep, enduring truth. With guidance from intuitive master and oracle expert Colette Baron Reid, you can now awaken to your partnership with spirit to co-create your reality in service to the world. Let's see what they look like. Let's get into Colette Baron Reid. Again, this is very matte. I don't know how they became matte because check it out. Her other deck, Wisdom of the Oracle deck, is super shiny AF. So it's funny how you see this is matte. I like the ooh, so I love it. So it's a magnet opening. The abundant universe will provide. Talk about a great message. The abundant universe will always provide. The spirit residing in the natural world have much to share, and the secret of their forgotten language are now available to you. So this is really, really beautiful. Okay, let's see. All right, so this is the book. Again, often very matte. And I think the same layout. Okay, cool. Dolphin spirit, of course, because that's my favorite spirit animal. So, of course, I turn to that one first. And she also does... there's a index, welcome, introduction, how they work, about the spirit animals, how to work with the this oracle deck, and then giving you ways on being able to how to use this deck. She gives you an example. That's what I love about her too. She gives you an example so you can actually read it just to see. There's always an oracle and a protection message, and I love that. I love that about her deck. So it's almost like using a tarot deck but not having to do tarot, which is really cool. This box is so beautiful, by the way. So let's open these cards. Love the mandala. The mandala is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Ooh. Okay. All right. I'm digging this. Again, very matte. Not the same cardstock as the Rebecca Campbell ones, the Work Your Light. So, and this is just more so like there's not tons on the bottom. So this is, again, a lot about imagery, about color, antelope. And these are in alphabetical order, so it's easy to find them in the book. Armadillo, badger, brown bear. Oh, the imagery is so beautiful. Look at all that vibrant color. Co-create with spirit. So these are ones where you could take a photo of this and have this be your wallpaper. Oh, that's gorgeous. I've been seeing so many dragonflies lately. Truth transcends illusion. Love that. This deck very feels Mother Nature. It feels very Pandora. It feels very like, you know, Avatar. Like this is of the earth. There's more of a sacred, older, more ancestral energy here that if you want to tap into. Again, a lot more earth tones versus the other Work Your Light deck, which is very, you know, crown chakra-ish, etc. If you're wanting more of that kind of guidance, then you'll want to pick up this deck and really be in tune with the animals and of the earth. And again, love this box so much. The next deck that we're going to cover is the Dragon Oracle deck. I probably should have done this in multiple videos, but I'm going to try and do them quickly because I just kind of want them all in one video. This one is very sacred to me. I know that a lot of people use them, but for some reason they only want to be for me. But I'm going to show you what they look like just so that if you feel called to the dragons like Khaleesi, then you can also pick this deck up too. Dragons are beautiful, wise, open-hearted, etheric beings of the angelic realms. Woo! Who are sent here by Source to help and assist us. Their guidance can help us to clear lower energies, flow around challenging situations, and inspire us in our life visions. Oh my gosh, that's why I love this deck. The 44 cards in this beautiful and unique deck will offer you advice about your daily life, your soul mission, and how you can serve the planet. The dragons are waiting for you to connect with them so that they can assist you on your spiritual path. Oh my gosh. So Diana Cooper is the best-selling author of 28 books on angels, unicorns, ascensions, and Atlantis. This is why I'm so obsessed with these, okay? Because I'm also obsessed with Atlantis. Carla Lee Morrow is an artist known as Dragon Lady for her pencil and watercolor art of dragons. So that's really, really cool. Let's open these up now. Shiny box. And woo, look at that. I mean, you can feel the power and the energy of these dragons just popping out. Yeah, and so this is all shiny. All shiny, but boy, am I excited for this. I don't even care about the guidebook. Look how gorgeous these are. Like Earth Dragon. There's so much power to this. Air Dragon. Fire Dragon. And here's what's great. Each one has Earth Dragon, and then it has clears your path and the land around you, and then stay grounded, be ready to serve, stuck energy is clearing, you can move forward in life. So even if you didn't want, this is actually a deck where if you did not want to use the guidebook, it gives you enough guidance on the cards themselves, which I'm all about. And the drawings are really super cute. Like, how beautiful are these? Like, I feel a tiny bit thinner, but they still have a pretty good weight to them. I just would be a little bit more careful with them. And of course, the shininess might result in some smudging, but just make sure not to have tons of lotion on your hands. Oh my god, a Kuan Yin's pink dragon? Wow. Oh my gosh, these are amazing. Okay, so if you're into more of this power, this like solar plexus, needing to get rid of lower energies, things like that, then definitely you'll want to get this deck. I am beyond excited to play with this deck. I have got some playing to do. Who wants a reading? All right, so in the guidebook, Diana Cooper, she also gives you an index, introduction to the dragons. Do we have personal dragons? How they can help us? Why are they here now? The different types of dragons, that's cool. How to use your dragon oracle deck. Again, this is what I love. And doing spreads. So you can, she teaches you kind of how to do that, which I really appreciate too. And then the interpretation of the cards. So let's just say, for example, this first one, let's say you got the Earth Dragon, so it gives you what it said on the card, and then about, and then the guidance. So I like that. So there's a little bit about with the Earth Dragon itself, and then guidance, which I really like. So then once you get to know the dragons, you probably will need to use this less, and then you can kind of just channel the actual dragons themselves. That is what I'm feeling really strongly about that deck. So yes, this is amazing. The next deck that I am going to be reviewing and showing you is the Muse Tarot. Now, this is a tarot deck, not an oracle deck, which means it goes by the traditional tarot, having the 4 suits, having the major arcana and the minor arcana, etc., etc. Now, I picked this up because my coach recommended them to me. And of course, since I am a magical manifesting muse, it would only be appropriate that I get the Muse Tarot deck to help you achieve your manifesting dreams. Okay. Expect magic, exploration, and inspiration. Hashtag all things me. Infused with a wildly eclectic spirit, also me, the Muse Tarot will illuminate your path towards inspiration and magic with its bright symbolism and powerful muse energy. The suits are recast as emotions, inspiration, voices, and materials to deliver messages from source of creation. The detailed guidebook contains card meanings, poetry, and word prompts to offer you insight into your readings while stoking the sparks of your creativity. Ignite the muse within. And that's what I'm saying. Like, each book definitely has different descriptions, and how would you know if it's going to be good for you unless someone showed them to you? So that's what I'm going to do for you today. Again, this one is all muted, so it's not super shiny like that. Again, bringing up, this is a tarot deck, not a oracle deck. So let's open this girl up. Feel all of the creativity in there. See, I love this one in the inside of the box. Such smartness. There is magic and truth. There is truth in my veins, where my blood speaks in sooth and my mind has no reins. Gosh, that's so powerful already. You can already feel that vibe, right? This is about bringing your, so I love, these are much thinner, like long, like tinier than these, if you can see, as far as like a comparison, which will be easier to shuffle for sure. And let's do this. I love the back of the cards. Those resonate with me a lot. So we've got a lot of green with the flowers and then a little bit of like an eye here. So you've got this emanating out, right? And then, let's see, this is the major arcana. So the Fool, got the 0, the Fool, the Magician. These are nice thick ones. So again, lots of color, lots of creativity. This is the Priestess. Boy, does that look like, and she's got the moon. Look at that in the hieroglyphs. Look at the Empress and the shining out with the galaxy and all the planets. Gorgeous. Let's see. The Emperor. So this is much more of like a whimsical, artsy, eclectic type of card. But again, I think it's to force you out of you know, for example, the serene beauty of the Starseed, right? There's more of like the serene, again, this is how I'm trying to explain, like the energies are different. But these do quite, and even through these, like these are much more power, and these are like ignite, inspire, right? And getting you into that creativity zone. Look at this. Muse of Materials. This is an extra card. It's about to be like that. Even look at the back. Queen of Materials. Ooh, that one's really pretty. Four of Cups. Or, yeah, Four of Emotions. Right? Then this might be something perfect deck for you. The next deck that I'm going to be showing you is the Jane Austen Tarot deck. Now, I did get this one at TJ Maxx out of all places, but I couldn't not pick it up. I'm definitely a huge Jane Austen fan, and I know this one just immediately felt really good for anyone who's looking for that like really good, like old school Cinderella happily ever after type of romantic type of guidance. That's what I'm getting just from feeling and the vibe of the deck. But I can't wait to open this up and really see what the artwork is on the cards and to get the guidebook. But I am so excited to open these, so let's dive in. Backtrack. I totally forgot that to read the back of it with you. So probably should do that. It is a truth universally acknowledged that any person in possession of a sense of destiny must be in want of a tarot reading. This is 53 cards for divination and gameplay with guidebook. Jane Austen is your oracle with this handsomely illustrated tarot deck. Featuring timeless characters and iconic symbols from her most famous works, it just might be the guide for you. Wait, it just might guide you towards your own fantastic future. Okay, now let's dive in. Woo! So if you're loving all the Jane Austen with the Sense and Sensibility and the Pride and Prejudice, this is different. So it's 53 cards for divination and play. And you can already see they're so beautiful. And this gives you a little bit more of a simple look at the meanings. And this is definitely much more interpretive. But what's cool is... So the clubs are wands, the diamonds are coins, the hearts are cups, and the spades are swords. And it kind of explains to you and gives you a really good example of how you can ask a single card and then, like, you know, for example, addressing a specific question. Should I break up with my boyfriend? And if you get the Four of Diamonds, the 4 pieces of jewelry on this card represents material wealth. One potential interpretation is that now the card is now that it's the time to be selfish and look out for your own best interest, regardless of feelings for others. You may be holding on to the relationship too tightly out of fear when giving yourself more freedom might open up new possibilities. So it's like definitely much more interpretive, but let's just take a look at the cards. So first of all, the backs are so pretty. And these are definitely like have a lot more stamina, and they're like, they've got some sort of texture to it, so it feels really good. I'm just loving these. So it says, a truth universally accepted. And look at these, so pretty. Oh, there's the lovers, the 6 of hearts. Oh God, I love that so much. We all have our best guides within us if only we would listen. Isn't that the truth? And so I just wanted to show you the Queen, the High Priestess. Okay. So these are definitely really beautiful. And I think, again, it just has that Jane Austen vibe. So these are a really fun deck. And of course, they have the Joker. So that's these cards. And then finally, for all of you Law of Attraction fanatics out there, I also did buy Money and the Law of Attraction because you knows how I love to manifest all of that money. And I read this book, and this is by far my favorite Law of Attraction book. So I just wanted to get the cards to see if it would help me get more into alignment faster with the money that I want to be able to pull in every single day. So let's go ahead and dive into these cards as well and give you a taste of what this could offer you. These are very different from Oracle decks and others. So I'll show you how I use these. This is what it says. While money is not absolutely essential to your experience, to most people, money and freedom are synonymous. Money and freedom are synonymous. And since an intense awareness of your rights to be free is at the very core of that which you are, it follows therefore that your relationship with money is one of the most important subjects of your life experience. Dun, da, da, da. And so it is no wonder that you have such strong feelings about the subject of money. It is our expectation that as you ponder these cards every day, a new point of attraction will begin to be activated within you, bringing you not only more money into your experience, but evidence of your absolute freedom as well. So let's dive in. Attraction cards. Now these are much different because we will not be you won't be using them like Oracle Dark cards ish. So the way that these work is there's actually print on both sides of the card. So this side and this side. But what it is, it's giving you a tip about the law of attraction and how the law of attraction works, which is my life story and the law of attraction. And then you'll flip it over and it'll explain to you about that principle. So each and every component that makes up your life experience is drawn to you by the powerful law of attraction's response to the thoughts you think and the story you tell about your life. Your money and financial assets, your body's state of wellness, clarity, flexibility, size, and shape, your work environment, how you are treated, etc. Indeed, the very happiness of your life is all happening because of the story that you tell. So then this becomes a thing of, oh, so I need to tell a better story. And then I will tell my story the way I want it to be. So each one says whatever I desire I can acquire. These go through and they'll give you different things. I can deliberately choose to feel better now. I want to harmonize with my desire. I am a vibrational being. My attention to the unwanted attracts more unwanted. So here we go. The way that I would use these, because these all make sense and they are all numbered so that when you... so that you know what order they go in, I guess. There is no guidebook with these because the guidebook is basically on the back of the card. But what I would recommend doing is being able to just spread these out, close your eyes and be like, okay, which one, in order for me to attract more money today, which one would I want? And then be like, okay, I want this one. And you pull this card out and it says, the law of attraction responds to my vibration. And then you can flip it over and get the guidance for the day and then apply that guidance. So that's how I would do it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful and I hope this helped you maybe decide to buy one of the Oracle decks that I reviewed in this video. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe button with the bell notification so that you will know the moment that my next video drops. Of course, with super helpful tips, tricks, and tools to help you manifest the fuck out of anything, and also so that you can manifest your hashtag dream life. So thank you again for watching. Again, thank you again for watching. And of course, always remember, you are brave, you are beautiful, you are so safe and loved and protected and divinely directed. And you are so worthy and deserving of getting everything that you want and more. And of course, success always starts by saying yes to you. I love you so much, and I will see you all in the next video. Oh, and if you would like me to give you a personal card reading, then click the link in the description to schedule a call with me, and then we can get this video thing going and I can pull some amazing cards from some of the decks that I just got. All right.